So if you release music on Spotify, I need your help with something. I'm trying to figure out how Spotify's popularity index actually works. And so to do that, I need a bunch of data from all of you that release music. And to do this, I'm partnering up with someone who is a data analyst, data scientist. His name is Mark Schmieder. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We've only interacted through DMs. He hit me up in my community and was like, hey, it'd be cool to figure this out, but we need data. And so basically everything's going to be as anonymous as you want it to be. I'm not collecting emails on this. And I have a form that if you can, I'd love you to fill out so we can try to figure out how the whole popularity index thing works. And the results of that I will share in the community, and I might even make a video about it as well. So you'll get to learn if you contribute to this. Even if you don't contribute to this, you get to learn. But the more people, the more we can figure out how Spotify's popularity index actually works. So what we've done is we've created a form that means you fill out. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill out the form because we need it done in a particular way to get the most value out of everything. So a lot of this is self-explanatory. Artist name, if you want to keep things anonymous, you can not put your artist name, not put your song name. That's totally up to you. I understand. Preferably put your release date though, because that's critically important. And then streams, last 28 days, listeners, last 28 days, saves, last 28 days, and then the same data for last 7 days. So the way you get that is in Spotify for artists, you go to last 28 days on your music page and you'll just grab streams, listeners, saves. For last 7 days, streams, listeners, saves. And then you just put that data in here. Now for streams all time and listeners all time, you go here and just go to since 2015 or all time, either one, probably the same for most of you. You see all time, you're going to lose listeners. Since 2015, you keep listeners. So you get streams and listeners all time. If you have a song older than 2015, I guess maybe just exclude it from this study. But that'll fill out these. Now, number of blogs that cover the song, feel free to write 0 if you don't have any. But if you've been on like a certain number of blogs, just kind of estimate the number. That'd be good to know. Number of playlists all time. Now, there's 2 ways to get this. So just for consistency, the way I want you to grab it is you'll click on your song and you'll go to playlists since 2015. And this is the number you'll grab. So the top 100 of whatever number this is, just grab that number. That's essentially all the playlists that you've been on. Current Spotify followers, you go to Spotify for artists, go to audience, and then go to followers, and just grab this number here. Or you can just go to your profile on Spotify and grab the number. Whatever current followers you have at this moment. Now, popularity index. This is where things get a little more complicated. If your song has been out for more than 28 days, you can use what's called Music Stacks. And what that is this site, Music Stacks. I'll put a link in the description. What you do is you go on here, you can type in Andrew Southworth. Obviously, you're going to type in your own artist name. Go to your profile and find the song. So if my song here, I go here, popularity 38%. You're not going to type in a percent. Just go back to the form and you would type in, I'm in edit mode now, so I can't type it in, but I would type in 38 here. Now, popularity index source, you would type in Music Stacks. Now, if your song is newer than 28 days, it is critically important that you don't use Music Stacks because this data is behind by several days. You need to grab it directly from the source. So the way you do that, I'll put a link in the description. It's called Spotify for Developers. It'd be a cool tool for you to figure out how to use anyways. You're just going to go to Console. On the left, you're going to go to Tracks. And then you're going to go to Get Track here by ID. Now, the first thing you have to do, and this is a little confusing, don't worry about why it is the way it is. You need to get a token first. You don't have to select anything here. Request token. And now what you need to do is go to your Spotify. And so I'll go back to my profile here, and I'm going to grab Sunrise again. So share, copy song link. And what you want to do here, it's a little confusing. You copy the song link in, delete everything after the question mark, and delete everything before the slash. And you'll be left with this number here. This is the URI or the ID of your release. So now if I click try it, it's going to give me all this data. And feel free to peruse this data, but for the purpose of this form, you just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're going to look for popularity. So right here, popularity 38. So in this case, it's exactly the same as Music Stacks, but when your song is less than a month old, it's usually different. And what we're hoping to get from this is there'll be some people submitting older songs, some people's songs a month old, some people's songs a week old. And so the idea is that hopefully we can figure out a trend behind how the popularity index is calculated, or what statistics are the most important to determine that number. And that's why all these different time ranges, and if you have a newer song, it's important to get it from here. With that being said, if I go back to the form, if your song is newer than 28 days, you're going to use developer. Spotify for developers, just check this box. If it's older than 28 days, you could still use the developer console. That is more accurate, but in that case, you can use music stacks. It's a little bit easier. Just select whatever source you use. In all these forms here, don't put any text, just put in numbers. I'm not asking for any email addresses. You can keep it anonymous if you want to. We just want to get as much data as possible. So hopefully we can all learn something for how Spotify's popularity index works, and then hopefully how Spotify's, how they use that to influence algorithmic playlists, etc. We'll see what we can learn from this. But anyways, thank you much for watching. Please do with the form. It would help a ton. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.